Hey everyone, this is a quick look at a wee little Lego Ninjago set called the Vermillion Attack. This basically boils down to a set of 3 minifigures and a little bit of terrain to play with the minifigures around. And it does come with one of the Blades of Time, of course. You see that right there in the center presented for you to capture. There are 2 things you can do with that Blade of Time, which is the fast forward Blade of Time. You can just pull it off directly from here, which is the simplest thing because it doesn't go in very far into that recessed stud on the top of the kind of chainsaw blade there. So that's the easiest way to capture this. But if you get a little bit more hands-on with it, get in there, you can actually pull out the chainsaw blade and then wield this on the chainsaw blade like that, just to have something a little different going on. Now I do like the built-up stump back here, the kind of swamp, old tree or something that's supposed to represent. It has some vines or things, Spanish moss or something. It's just hanging down around the edge, and it's built up pretty nicely. And then on top of that is one of the large vermilion eggs. This has a surprising feature. It's an explosion feature is what they called it. What I expected it to do was basically just knock the egg off. And like I've shown you with other things like this in the past, including in this most recent Lego Ninjago series, usually what happens is the thing will fall off and then nothing will happen. If you have things inside of there, you need to just get the top partially open, get it so it's just barely hanging on, and then when it hits the ground, maybe it'll explode, it'll actually open up. But they did this one differently. The base is actually attached, and watch this. The top blows off completely. There's just a small lever at the back, and you just turn that and it pops it off. It's a very satisfying experience for me because there are snakes inside and their heads stick out. If those were just buried down in there, or if they just had some studs to represent, I don't know, fire or smaller eggs or something, that would not have been very good. But there's quite a bit of mechanism that's built up on the inside of this to make this secure and to make it work well. But this, let me just show you again with the actuator on the back. You just turn that. See, the snakes actually kind of move at the same time because they're originally held together. It just feels good to me. That's a nice working, believable, play enhancing action feature, I think. So I like that. I think that's well done. Now it does come at the expense of the back of this not looking so great. It kind of looks like there's just stone back behind her, or stone inside of the tree. Now if you do have the Dawn of Iron Doom set, you can connect this to it. So I'm going to bring in the terrain stuff from that set. It uses the same system of attaching things. I've got a couple of attachment points back here on the back, similar to this. So if you want to connect some things together, they've got clips over on this side. You can clip these in directly just to bulk that up a little bit, and that's good. If you just want to give yourself more terrain, you can do that. You can also put it around on the other side wherever clips exist. It also just fits in general. If you don't care about attaching it, you can put it wherever you want. It has that exact same look to it. It fits into the same swamp area, and all of these pieces, all of these sub-assemblies have the same lime green color for the base, so it really flows nicely. I think the minifigures give you most of the value in this set with Kai, Slackjaw, and Rivet. Of the 3, I think I prefer Rivet. I like Rivet the most, but that's probably because Slackjaw comes in a few of the sets, and I think Rivet only comes in 2 of them, is it? I think Rivet is just more rare and also has more armor built up. Dual molded helmet though is very cool for Slackjaw with the red in there. That does look good. And as always, I need to take off some stuff. There we go, clear unobstructed view of the details with no alternate face for Kai, unfortunately. But good alternates for the other 2. And I have to say, I do like the one face they do give to Kai on this one. I think that is a strongly recognizable expression and look, even though we do end up missing the other one. But at least around the back of his head, you don't get any hint of the other face when you have the hair on. Last and least, I would say there are a couple more of these small red snakes included for a total of 5. Yeah, not a bad set at all. For something so small and so inexpensive, I really feel like you get good value based on its price just for the minifigures and the accessories, and then the actual build of the stump in the back feels like more than you pay for based on the average today. Even not including the action feature, I think just the value of what you see here is good for the whole set. But then the action feature itself works quite nicely. More nicely than a lot of the kind of forced features that are included in some sets. So I'm very happy with this thing. I think that's about all I have to say about it. Now it is your turn. If you'd like to say anything about it yourself, please do share. Leave a comment down below for myself to see, and more importantly, for other viewers and fans to see. You can check out more of my videos on my channel, and be sure to keep coming back on a regular basis because new content is always on the way. Talk to you again soon.